Hello everybody and welcome back after the Easter holidays. I hope that all of you had a really lovely time over the Easter holidays. I'm sure that lots of you had lots of nice treats, chocolate eggs and lots of other types of chocolate. So we're back in school. It's brilliant to have everybody back and to see everybody. We've got the summer term ahead of us. And we're really excited about everything that we're going to be doing over this summer term. And one of the things which is going to be a little bit different is that myself and Mr. Johnson and Miss Gill, Mrs. Body and Mrs. Jenkinson will be recording an assembly for you to watch in your classrooms every week. Okay, so your teachers will be able to decide when is a really good time for you to watch the assembly. But as we can't yet still all get together in the hall, we thought that this would be a really good way of still being able to keep in touch with you all and talk about some of the really important things which we need to talk about as a whole school, as Gladstone Road, which is different to some of the things that you learn in your lessons. Okay, so this is the first one this week, and I'm going to start with a story. Okay, and then after the story, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what that means for us here at Gladstone Road. Okay, I'm just going to share it. Okay, so now you can see the title of the story and it's called Moggy's Coming. Okay. So Mulberry School is a school for mice. It is a happy school in the quiet town of Good Citizenham. All mice know that they must be wary of cats. Most of the time, cats cause no trouble, but they are well known to chase mice and to eat them if they catch them. There has never been a cat on the loose in Mulberry School or even in Good Citizenham. Miss Johnson, the head teacher, makes sure the school practices anyway, just in case. Today is one of those practices. The children are in the playground for the practice. Mr. O'Brien is hiding behind a tree. He's dressed up in a cat suit. Look at him. He reminds me a little bit of Mr. Johnson because Mr. Johnson likes getting dressed up in different outfits, doesn't he? Okay, children, says Miss Johnson, what do we do if there is a cat that wants to hurt you? Tom puts his hand up and he says, run away if you can. Good, Tom. And what if you cannot run away, Sophie? We hide, miss, says Sophie. You are right, Sophie. And who do we tell, Mo? The police, miss, says Mo. Well done, Mo. And if someone is hurt, what do we do, Jack? We treat them until the ambulance arrives, Jack shouts. And here we can see, look, those 4 different instructions. So run, hide, tell, and that might mean ringing 999, and treat. Miss Johnson is very pleased the children have remembered what to do. She peets her whistle and Mr. O'Brien comes out from behind the tree and pretends to be a cat in the playground. The children laugh and squeak. Sophie is not scared. They practice running into their classrooms and hiding quietly, as quiet as mice. Each teacher practices pushing the big table against the door. Miss Johnson thinks through how to call the police for help. What's the number? Miss Johnson knows that practice makes you better. If you practice your piano, trumpet or violin, you make better music. If you practice at football, you score more goals. And if you practice your sums, you get better at maths. So when the cat comes to school the very next morning looking for mice to eat, the teachers and children know exactly what to do. The children know that they must run away if they can. Some children run into the school to hide in their classrooms. Other children are hiding near the playground. Can you see them? There's one. There's another. And there's another, look. Now the thing is, if you can see where the children are hiding, then so can the cat. It's only a good hiding place if you can't be seen. Mr. O'Brien helps his class escape from the danger. They use the fire exit at the back of the school to escape. All the class holds hands to stay together. They walk quickly across the football field. There is a gate onto the road. On the road, Mr. O'Brien waves to a bus to stop. He tells the driver to take everyone to the police station. Miss Johnson is hiding with a group of children in a classroom. She has pushed a big table against the door to stop the cat getting in. She tells everyone to keep down and stay quiet. Miss Johnson calls 999 on her mobile phone to ask for help. She has to whisper to the police. There's a cat on the loose in Mulberry School. 2 children have been hurt. Please send help. It is Tom and Sophie who have been hurt. Tom has claw marks on his leg that are bleeding. Sophie has scratches on her arm. Miss Johnson helps Tom first. She tells him everything will be okay. She uses her scarf to press on the scratches and stop them bleeding. The police arrive quickly in cars and a van. They are wearing helmets and carrying shields to protect themselves. The police walk together through the main corridor in search of the cat. They check every room. The police find the cat in the school gym. The cat jumps through a window to escape, but the police are ready. They are waiting outside with a giant net. The cat runs straight into the net and is captured. 1 week later, Tom and Sophie are back at school. Tom is on crutches and shows off his bandages to his friends. They think he's a hero. There is a special school assembly. The Chief of Police awards a badge for bravery to Tom and Sophie. They are very proud. Then the Mayor gives a certificate to Miss Johnson. It is a roll of thick yellow paper tied with a red ribbon. Well done, Miss Johnson, says the Mayor. I give you the freedom of our wonderful city. Thank you, Mr. Mayor, says Miss Johnson. There is something I want to say to the children. Remember, children, if someone is trying to hurt you, run if you can. If you cannot run, then hide. Call 999 and tell the police. When safe to do so, treat those who are hurt. There's no need to be scared when you are prepared. And that's the end of the story. And there's the cat in prison, all locked away so that he can't hurt anybody anymore. Okay. Okay, so hello everybody. I hope you enjoyed that story. Now, what I want us to think about now is how that story relates to us here at Gladstone Road. First of all, we're not mice, are we? Okay, and the dangers that we might come across are not really going to be from a cat. So if you just have a little think about it, if you were busy having your playtime and playing outside, if a cat got onto our school grounds, we wouldn't be that frightened, would we? It wouldn't be that dangerous if a cat did get onto our playground. Okay, but there might be some things which could happen and could be dangerous to us and could frighten us. And due to that, we need to know what we do if that happens, just like we know what to do if the fire alarm rings. So we know that there could possibly be a fire in school and we have to make ourselves safe and we have to get outside so that we're safe from the fire. Okay, now in some circumstances, and just like in this story, there might be a danger from outside school. It could be, I don't know, maybe a dog. Okay, if a dog got onto our playground, that would be quite scary, wouldn't it? Okay, because dogs, we know, can be dangerous. Okay, most of the time they're friendly, and you know, we all know that if we do meet a new dog, it's always best to ask the owner if you know, they're friendly before we touch a dog, because not all dogs are friendly. And actually, if a dog did get onto our playground, we would need to evacuate, wouldn't we? And we would need to get everybody off the playground and into school so that they were safe and away from the dog. All right, so it's that kind of situation that we're thinking about. And I was thinking, well, what else could be dangerous to us? Well, a stranger might be dangerous. And, you know, we do have lots of fences and walls, and it's not very easy for anybody to get onto our school premises unless they come through the office and we let them into our school. But, you know, you never know, it could happen. So a stranger might, you know, come onto our school premises, onto our school grounds, and we might need, again, if we are outside, to follow our rules and procedures and move into school and move into our classrooms so that we can be safe. Okay, so that's what happened in this story. And the mice all had a little practice, didn't they, of what to do. Okay, so that's what we're going to do over the next couple of weeks, and your teachers will be talking to you about that. They will be telling you what all the procedures are, and we will then practice them, okay, until we get used to them. And just like we have a fire practice, and we had one just before the holiday, didn't we? And everybody was brilliant at that. So just like we have a fire practice, we'll be having this type of practice as well. Okay, where instead of going outside onto the playground, we will actually be coming inside into our classrooms. So it could be that we're outside on the playground playing, or it might be that we're just moving from one place to another in school and we're actually in the corridors. And the safest place for us is to be in our classrooms. Okay, so that's what we're going to be looking at over the next couple of weeks. Now, if you have any questions about this, then you can talk to your teachers about it. Remember, it's not something to be worried about, okay? It's just something that we've got to do. For example, you know, how many times do we practice our fire practices? We do them every single term. We've never actually had a real fire in school, but that doesn't mean that we don't practice what to do in case there is one, because we never know, do we? And it's the same in this situation. We've never had anything frightening happen, and you know, a dog running around loose on the playground, but it doesn't mean that we can't be prepared for a time when that could happen. So that's all this is about, is just being prepared. So just like the story said, there's no need to be scared as long as we're prepared. Okay, so it might not be me next week delivering the assembly. It might be a different member of staff, okay, but we will be coming back to this. All right, so these assemblies are going to be great because we're going to be able to talk about different types of things which we all need to think about. Doesn't matter how old we are and which year group and which class we're in, but we all need to remember certain things. Okay, all right, so I'll see you all next time. I'm going to stop recording now. Bye bye, everybody.